What's going on, guys? My name is AJ. I'm a producer from Pittsburgh, and I've been working with hip hop artists for a couple years now, and I've been making beats for longer than that, and I have a lot of experience in this industry. And today I'm going to be talking about Sub Destroyer. Now, Sub Destroyer is what I use with my basses sometimes whenever, I don't want to go with an 808 because, sometimes an 808 can sound a little bit too cliche in your arrangement. So I'll pull up the Sub Destroyer and I'll make some interesting tones. So now pulling it up without anything on it, you just have this come up. So we can pick our waveform right here and what we would like. First, I would like to get a rough, just sound. I bring it up to the melody, and I don't play any bass notes right now. I just play some higher notes of the sine. So turn it down a little bit right now, just because it's a super high note. But I'll be turning it up whenever I bring the notes down a couple octaves. So. Alright, now that I have that tone, I'm just going to bring it down a bunch of octaves. So, bring it down one more, E2. I might be bringing it down another octave later, but for right now, I'm going to be customizing it. So now we got the automation, which you change to a certain frequency and it will automate it. And you can hold this down to hear, how it's working with it. So. I keeping it around where it was. Also, we have up here the different waveforms, which get crunchier as you go in. So that's the first one. It's the second one. Turn it up a little bit. This one, which gets even crunchier, which is more for heavy type stuff. I don't deal with it since I'm producing hip hop. And this one, which is super crunchy. Or not as crunchy, but it's more of like it's kind of hard to explain, but as you hear it, you'll notice it's kind of a softer type of crunch, but still, these first two are kind of median, and then these last two really add more of a bite to your bass. Now, for my hip hop style trap, rap type beats, I like just picking either this one or this one. So, alright, so next we have the low pass filter, which I'll just put up a little bit, not too much, but just to add some more tone to it. And then you have the output here, which obviously keep it 0. The trigger, which I don't do these, but if you want, you can add more of like a bass drop, so you can hear it here. So I don't really do that with my beats as much, adding bass drops like these, but you can add them, which is nice that you have the option to with the JST Sub Destroyer. So now we have the Midi, which I also don't really mess around with a lot unless I want to add some slides to my bass. So let's say I want to add a note slide here. So turn up the portamento. See, so it slides up. Instead, if I turned it all the way down, it would just hit the note. So the portamento adds a nice variation to it. Finally, the output I really like to use when adding drive to my bass, which adds more character to it too, with the character knob. turn down another octave, you get that real low feel, which is nice. I'm going to turn up to E2 for this one. And now if I add my drums. Now, if you want to do it lower than this and you don't really like the bass line being as high, you can turn down like this, turn up the velocity all the way up. So I'd like it like that right now. Now, just to show you guys all the different things that you can do with Sub Destroyer, I'm going to change up this bass line a little bit, just with the sound and the tone. I'm going to keep the same notes, but let's say I wanted something, you know, if we're going to like a harder field where like the rapper or the hip hop, you know, artist wants something, you know, a little bit provocative, a little bit harder, very like muddy. So let's say I have this bass line. Say I want to change it into that crazy, you know, that crazy stuff. So first of all, I turn up the kick, obviously, because the kick always has to go hand in hand with the bass. So now, if you want that really distorted feel, you can always go to the drive tab, like I showed you, and turn this up. So just doing some of that stuff, like changing the waveform, turning up the drive, making sure that your bass notes are at the right notes, and also just making sure that the sound is going together with your melody, especially with the drums. You can really create some perfect sounding beats and very professional sounding beats too, because not all of us have a bass guitar and a professional audio interface to record it with, which is nice because this makes it so, you know, maybe it sounds like you do, and it really adds more tone to your beats. So if you hear any of my beats with long bass lines, you'll know what I'm using, and you'll know what type of plugins and sounds I like to use with it. So that's it for me. You can find my links down in the description. I make rap trap beats, you know, I've been doing it for years now, and yeah guys, so thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.